Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Courtney Ryan, and today I'm going to be going over the most annoying things guys do that women absolutely hate. And before I get started, of course you guys know that my channel is directed towards men. I want to help you guys out, but also I understand that women do annoying things too. Trust me, I get it. I know that sometimes I'm annoying. I'm not perfect. My friends do annoying things. We're all annoying sometimes, but I'm just trying to help you in your life, be a better guy, be a gentleman, maybe stop doing some of the things that you're doing to make your life a little bit easier and a little bit better. So today, like I said, going to be going over the most annoying things guys do that women absolutely hate. Trigger warning, this video might offend you if you do any of these things, but all of these things are things that you can easily stop doing, so there really should be no reason to be offended. You can just wake up and choose to be better. It's really that simple. And I really just have to say this for your own good, because even the most amazing, wonderful, sweetest guys in my life do some of the things on this list, and it drives me crazy, and I'm sure it drives the woman in your life crazy as well. So again, this video is just meant to be lighthearted and maybe just help you out a little bit. Number one, your words don't match your actions. If you say you're gonna do something, do it. If you know you can't do something, don't say that you can do it. It really is just as simple as that. You want to be a man of your word. You want to be a man of integrity. The girl in your life is going to really appreciate this. But not only that, I think this is something that you should carry with you in every aspect of your life, because being a man of your word and being a guy with integrity is a highly desirable characteristic at your job, in your relationship, in your friendships, really just in every aspect of your life. So this is a big one. And if you struggle with this, maybe you're a little bit of a people pleaser, you have a hard time setting boundaries, a hard time saying no, I would really start to implement these things in your life, because it's going to make a big difference for the way that you feel and the way that people feel about you. Number two, lying about small stuff. Do you know those people that would literally lie about anything? They could be lying about what color underwear they're wearing. It really just doesn't make sense sometimes why people lie. But really, let me just be honest and say that lying is for losers. Don't do it. And just a little insider information here, even if you're lying to avoid an argument, maybe you did something that would make your partner upset, chances are she already knows about it and she's just confronting you about it to see if you're honest. So the best thing that you can do is to just be honest, so that you don't dig yourself into an even deeper liar grave. Just don't lie, be honest. I know sometimes being honest will get you in a little bit of trouble, but I think it's just always the better thing to do. You gotta stop letting your ego get in the way and really be able to own up to when you make a mistake. Don't point your finger, don't play the victim, just really be honest and upfront about the things that you do wrong. Nobody is perfect, we all make mistakes. If you haven't made a mistake yet, I guarantee before you die, you will make one. So you gotta be able to own up to it and just be honest about it. And being honest is going to really make someone respect you a lot more, especially in your romantic relationships. I know it might cause a little bit of a fuss at the moment, but the respect is going to be there, and having respect for your partner is so incredibly important. Next up, you don't listen. This is something that not only men are guilty of, I think a lot of us are guilty of this. We're always on our phones, there's always constant distractions. So if you're a guy that listens, you're going to get so far ahead you don't even understand. We all forget things from time to time. I'm not saying you need to remember every single thing, but if you know it's important to someone, write it down, make a little note in your phone, just really make an effort to listen to what people say to you. Another thing here is when you're having a conversation with someone, really practice listening instead of getting defensive or interrupting. I've seen so many channels on here where two people are having kind of a heated discussion and the one person can't even listen to what the other person has to say because they're just getting offended and they constantly interrupt and they aren't listening. They're constantly thinking about what they're going to say next instead of really listening to what the other person is saying and giving a thoughtful response. So this is something that you should really be practicing in your everyday life, especially in your romantic relationships. Number four, this one's bad. This one's really bad. You're messy. And I'm not saying you need to be American Psycho level clean, but for God's sake, guys, please clean up after yourself. I love you guys, I really do, but even the best guys in my life do this. I think picking up after yourself is something that you gotta do. Unless you're under 10 years old, get with the program. Put your laundry in the basket instead of on the floor next to the basket. Put your dishes in the sink or the dishwasher when you're done with them instead of leaving them out on the counter for someone else to pick up after you. If you shave your face and there's water all over the counter, wipe the water off. It really is not that hard, and it really is, guys, the small things that make such a big difference. And I'm gonna say this, and I mean this in the nicest way possible. Even if your wife maybe is a stay-at-home mom, she's not your mom. And again, if you're over 10 years old, you should know how to clean up after yourself to a certain extent. Of course, if you worked all day and you're tired and she was home, she'll cook you dinner. Maybe she'll clean the dishes, but try to make an effort to make her life a little bit easier too. It's very annoying to feel like a mom to someone that you're dating or a caregiver to someone that you're married to. You should be partners. And I know that when you get married, you have certain roles in your relationship and specific tasks can fall under one person or the other, but I don't think it should be the other person's responsibility to clean up after you like you're a 5-year-old. I think being an adult means being able to pick up after yourself and just be respectful of the space that you're living in, the other person's space. This is big for people who are living with their significant others, married, in a serious relationship, whatever it is. I am very clean. I like things spotless. Of course, I'm not like a fanatic about it, and I won't freak out if something's not done the way that I like it. That's a battle that I had to cross when I got there. I think a lot of times this can turn into nagging for you. If you want to avoid an argument, if you want to avoid the nagging, just do the little things. It really is the little things, guys. Like I said, instead of putting your laundry on the floor next to your basket, put it in the basket. And I mean this in the most respectful, nicest way possible. I don't want you guys to get mad at me about this, but it's annoying. I have to be so honest with you. It is annoying. And even the most amazing guys I know do these things. It doesn't make sense. So just start doing these little things. Notice if you do this and understand that it's annoying. I love you, but it's annoying. Next up, we have putting in zero effort. And this pertains to a lot of things in your life. It could be your relationship, taking care of your body. It could be your job. It could be your finances. Whatever it is, you gotta put in the effort if you wanna see good results. Take care of yourself and the things that are important to you. I think a lot of times when we get comfortable, we get very complacent, especially in our relationships, and people don't feel valued. People don't feel like you're putting in any effort. I'm not saying you need to be going on fancy dinners and paying for everything or taking her on a trip or whatever it is, but put in a little bit of effort. Show the person you love that you care about them. It really is not that hard. And again, just like the last point, it's the small things. And on the flip side, the woman in your life should be doing these things for you as well. If the woman in your life is doing any of the things on this list, it's probably a problem and it needs addressed, and it's something that she needs to work on as well. A relationship is a two-way street, and women are not perfect. I know that. Men are not perfect either, so you have to work as a team to get things done and to keep things healthy and flowing in a good direction. And if you're someone who's not in a relationship, I think this also pertains to you, because I think it's important to make a good first impression, and I think a lot of guys underestimate that first impression. You want to dress well. You want to be the best version of yourself. You want to put in a little bit of effort. You don't have to go above and beyond and spend $1 million, but just put in a little bit of effort. Show that you care. And before I move on from this point, I just want you guys to understand and to keep in mind that anything in your life worth having or worth doing requires work and a little bit of effort. Number 6, we have poor communication. And often I think that women are more guilty of this than men, but when a man does it, it's just as annoying. If you want to be in a healthy relationship, you have to be able to effectively communicate what you want and what you need from your partner. If you're not able to do those things, you are not ready for a relationship. In a relationship, you have to understand that your partner is not a mind reader. And again, you have to be able to tell them or ask them for what you want and what you need. Even before you're in a relationship, you have to be able to communicate. You have to be able to communicate how you feel about them. Do you like them? Do you not like them? What are your intentions? What are you expecting? Communication is important for every single relationship or area of your life. This is your job, work, school, your partner, whatever it is. Every single aspect of your life requires some sort of communication. So mastering this will really help improve every area of your life, especially your romantic relationships. I think a lot of times when there's a lack of communication, there is often a lack of boundaries, a lot of resentment that builds up because you can't effectively communicate that you don't want to do something or that you want to do something. You're afraid to say no, and it really just ends up snowballing into something very negative for you. And I think it's important to be very honest and upfront about your expectations, about your intentions, and again, what you want and what you need from the person that you're with. And I know I've talked about it in past videos before, but don't be afraid to say no. Girls like a guy who knows what he wants and who doesn't just say yes to everything. As much as it might seem like girls want a little doll to mold and do whatever they want, Girls want a guy who can stand his ground and say no to things that he doesn't want to do. So don't be afraid to set boundaries. Don't be afraid to say no. And if they negatively respond to you when you say no, that is a red flag for you, and you should run for the hills. And last on my list, something that I see a lot of men do, and that is checking out other girls. You're allowed to think other people are attractive, okay? That's not what I'm saying. I think it's a huge misconception when you get into a relationship, all of a sudden you only think the person you're with is attractive and everyone else in the world is ugly. That's just not the reality. I think it's totally okay to still think other people are pretty or beautiful or whatever it is, but don't check a girl out right in front of your girlfriend. And the most important thing here, something that I see even more than an in-person checking someone out, is liking a naked photo or a lingerie or a bikini photo of another girl on Instagram, even though you have a girlfriend. You guys are liking and commenting on these girls' thirst traps on Instagram, even though you have a great girl in your life. What are you doing? Plain and simple, this is just a respect thing. I don't even think this is about the girl that you're dating feeling insecure or being insecure or thinking you're attracted to other girls. It really is just about respecting your relationship and having boundaries. I think when you like a photo or you give another girl attention in that way or validate her, you are disrespecting the person that you're with. And you can think someone's attractive without giving them that validation or attention by signaling to them, hey, I think you're attractive, I'm liking your photo. Why else would you like her photo? Unless it's like your friend or something. Of course, there are circumstances for every situation that make it kind of okay, but for the most part, I think a lot of you guys are being disrespectful, and if I was your girlfriend, I'd probably be pretty annoyed. And again, you can think that girl is attractive without giving her the validation or attention of liking or commenting on her photo. Be a gentleman and have respect for the person that you're with. It's going to make them respect you, and it's going to make your relationship a lot healthier. So whatever you do not hit on other girls or check out other girls or like or comment on other girls' photos if you have a girlfriend. I'm not saying you can't like a photo of a girl. If it's just a regular photo, I think that's fine. I think it's the ones that are like the thirst trap photos where I'm like, it starts to get a little bit disrespectful, so keep that in mind. Alright guys, that is all I have for the most annoying habits that women hate. If you liked this video or found it helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to be in the loop for when I release new content. I want to hear from you guys down below. What are some things that the women do in your life that are really annoying? I would like to know for my own personal benefit. I would like to know if I'm doing things that are annoying. And of course, I don't want you guys to think I'm bashing men in this video. That is really not what I'm trying to do. I know so many amazing men, including all of you. I think sometimes we just do these things without realizing that they're annoying. So again, leave your comments down below of things that girls do that are annoying. Would love to hear from all of you guys in the comments. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram at Courtney Christine Ryan. I love connecting with all of you guys on there as well. And it's just a great place to get to know me a little bit more personal if that is something that you're interested in. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.